My name's Andrew. I also go by Bloomy, and I've been sober now for about 3.5 years. My childhood was it was nothing crazy, but there was just a lack of parental advisory, I would say. I didn't really have my parents growing up. I have a long line of alcoholism in my family. I was terrible at school. I always loved expressing myself though, so I found that through art and at a very young age. High school was rough. I was still like no interest at all whatsoever, and that was when I found drinking. So I was about 16 when I first tried alcohol, and I didn't like it. And so I didn't get drunk until about like 2 years later. I was about 17 or 18. And around the same time, I was having a lot of anxiety. I got drunk for the first time and all that anxiety went away. So that moment, I kind of realized like that was my medicine. My drinking career wasn't too long, but it escalated like really fast. And you know, my drug of choice has always been alcohol. That's my go-to. But if I'm drinking, if I'm doing all that, I'm doing basically like whatever's in front of me. I never got crazy into, you know, drugs, but I definitely did drugs. It was never it wasn't my main thing. Mainly always just alcohol. A moment that stood out in my drinking career that was kind of crazy, a little reckless, and it was this one night, me and my friends went to the store. We got 2 Jack Daniel bottles, the big ones. So we finished almost a whole handle. So we decided, you know, it's time to go outside. So we go outside. At this time I was really into graffiti, so I was tagging a lot. So I was tagging on everything as we were going down the street. Before I know it, I'm catching a tag, and I just see lights and my friend's running. And I'm like, huh, this is kind of weird. And so I turn around and then I see the cop getting out the car. He's running at me full blast, and I'm like, oh, I should probably run. I get to running. In my head I was sprinting, but I had the backpack with all the stuff in it, you know, all the goods. We still had our other handle. We had like a camera with all the pictures of all the graffiti we've done like that month. So I get to run in and I'm like, this isn't working. I'm nearly blacked out and I got the pack on me. Before I know it, I'm like 6 feet in the air, just flying. So I'm sitting there, you know, my face is just in the ground. I'm tasting concrete. And I just kind of look up and I see all my friends, they're just running. They all scattered, it was like 6 of them. And fast forward, during this whole time, I'm on probation because I'm just doing hood rat stuff with my friends. The day I get off probation, you know, I decide to celebrate, because what else are you gonna do when you get off probation? You know, so we're celebrating. Again, I'm drinking, and I go to a burger spot and I get into an argument with a dude, and it just turns into a thing, and then some other dudes start talking and it turns into a thing. You know, once again, I just ended up in another situation where I'm just like, what am I doing with my life, you know? And just stuff like that just kept happening, and I knew that that's what was gonna keep happening if I kept, you know, going in that direction. My girlfriend at the time was in the same realm of you know, what we were doing, and I didn't see her for a couple weeks. And I saw her and I was like, what's she been up to? Like, she kind of looks different, you know? She's got like a glow. You know, she tells me it's this program, blah, blah, blah. And that kind of piqued my interest, you know, because I saw like her life was getting better. At that point, I kind of just hung around going to meetings with her. I didn't work a program at the time, and that was kind of my introduction to Alcoholics Anonymous. For a while, I tried the whole osmosis thing. You know, I wasn't putting in any work. I wasn't participating in the meetings, but I was trying to get those results, and that didn't work. And again, I wasn't putting in the work. I wasn't doing anything to really better myself. I was just showing up and expecting these results. And so eventually I met a gentleman named George, and he was my sponsor, and I asked him to be my sponsor, and at that point I was desperate enough, and so I was willing to do whatever he told me. So I followed him around. I did what he did. He said, stick with the winners, you know, and he really got me in the middle of AA, just surrounded, and that was the best thing for me. He passed away a couple years ago, and so that was kind of crazy. But I mean, that guy saved my life, 1000%. I wouldn't have stayed in the rooms if I never met him. So I have about 3.5 years. And this time it's been way different than any other time I've tried to get sober. I've put in a lot of work to just better myself, and I've gotten way closer to my higher power. You know, it seems like a long time, but it's like once you like, if you build that foundation, like the time flies. You learn how to live sober, and you have fun sober, and you are accomplishing your goals sober. A lot of people are afraid because they future trip, or they see where somebody's at and they think, well, I'll never get there, but it's literally one day at a time. It's just one day at a time. Like, I didn't think I would be where I'm at when I was drinking. I'm blessed today. I'm making a living off of doing things that I love doing, and it's hard to wrap my head around. I'm running a studio where we mix, record, engineer, edit music videos, shooting music videos, directing, a lot of stuff, you know, but it's like, I'm very passionate about each one of those little hustles, you know. I didn't think that I could make music or really do anything sober. I didn't think I could have fun sober. I didn't think I could talk to women, like nothing. I didn't think I could do anything sober because I hadn't learned that. So I'm proud of that, you know. I've learned a lot. Focus on you, you know, focus on what you're passionate about and really lean into it. Don't listen to what other people say, and just do you.